Should we have a look at the England squad? Because it's been named the training squad for October, hasn't it, Goody?
Yeah, it has. And I say this every year when Eddie Jones names a squad, about 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks before the autumn internationals. Who cares? Because I say who cares. Obviously, if you're the players in there, and there's some obviously new guys going into the squad, the likes of Hugh Tizard, Alex Coles, in terms of the second row. It's amazing for the guys that have been picked, but we all know that Eddie Jones plays games with the squad. He's resting some players, he's not picked others. And in effect, he's trying to have a look at as many people as possible. He has to name a squad for some training that they've got within the agreement between the RFU and the Premiership clubs. And so he uses that realistically, not as this is my squad that I'm definitely going to play all the games with in the autumn internationals. We've got 4 games on the spin, so he's going to look at a few different combinations. We start off with Argentina, then Japan, then finish with the All Blacks and South Africa. So I think he'll play some different combinations in the first 2 games and see where we get to. But yeah, I mean, listen, there's questions around. Carl Sinclair's not in it. He's told him to stay back and work on his match sharpness for Bristol. Joe Marchant's not in it, nor's Henry Slade. Those 2, which was a bit of a surprise to me to not see them in there. But this is Eddie Jones doing what Eddie Jones does. So I'll take it all with a pinch of salt.
He likes Joe Thockensinger, doesn't he? I'm not being horrible here, and I'm not being horrible to Bath, who haven't won a game and haven't looked like winning a game. But Caden Murley, for me, if there's a lad who's not put his hand up and there's a lad who's not in there who deserves to be in there, he's one. I'm not saying he should be in there ahead of Joe Thockensinger. I'm not saying that, even though I've put them 2 in the same. I kind of am. All right, okay, just bloody do it, Jim. Yeah, I am. I think Caden Murley should be in there ahead of Joe Thockensinger. I'm happy to say that. A couple of in the forwards who I think have got a real chance. You mentioned Hugh Tizard there, and I tried to get something out of Kelly and say, at what point does it become untenable to try and pick and sign decent players for your team, because the likelihood is they go away with England? And we can get onto the whole RFU relationship with Prem clubs, because I know there's credits or whatever, but it's almost like if you're the coaches and say you've got someone like Tim Swinson who's there every week, or my good self who's there every week, old news, but then you get someone like Hugh Tizard into your squad, a young lad coming through, and as soon as you've had him, 2 games in, he's in the England squad. It's almost like, well, you've shot yourself in the foot then, haven't you, by signing a good young English player, thinking you might have 2 or 3 years to develop him, but because he's gone to Saracens, he's a good player already, and he's gone. Whether or not he'll play or not, but I think he might. And Patrick Schickerling.
Schickerling-a-ling-a-linger.
Shing-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-do. He's a good player, he is. I reckon he's got a real opportunity. I think, I don't know. I reckon that's one place England a week. It's in the front row. The tight head. Yeah, I say in the front row, tight head specifically. They've got Genji. Hepburn's been carving up. We know Joe Marler can do a job when he wants to play. But tight head, yeah, I think that's one place. And I'm looking at Schickerling-a-ling-a-ling-a-do, and I'm thinking, mate, you've got a shot here. You really have. So I'm looking forward to seeing him if he gets a shot.
Yeah, you look at the tight heads. Obviously, Carl Sinclair's not in the squad. He'll get picked without a shadow of a doubt for the autumn. The best tight head this weekend was your old mate, Jim, and we'll come on to the games in a minute. But Dan Cole.
He's out of contract.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I was going to say. And there's chat about why isn't Coley in the squad, because he's worked on his game and every aspect of it looks good. But yeah, you're talking about the guys in there. Joe Hayes at Leicester as well, tight head prop. Schickerling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ding, he's in there. But yeah, it is an area where we certainly have to strengthen.